Okay, just to get off that Casey Anthony thing for a minute. The word Illuminati, I don't like the word because it's thrown around. It's thrown around too much. It's almost corporate. It's commercial. So if you take the word and you sound it out, Illuminati would be El Umanete. El Umanete. Not Illuminati. These guys are all the time making words that sound the same but have different meanings. So it's El Umanete. And so I went down and I broke the word down and I found the meaning of each of those three parts of that word. And they all seem to come up with the same thing. And then I went and I looked up a symbol using that particular combination of words, El Umanete, and I think you'll be surprised, and I think you won't be surprised, at what we see. So it's El Umanete. El is the Semitic god Saturn. Uman is a builder or an architect. Remember? The great architect? That's the same guy. And Ete is the word for star. So we have the great architect. And who is the great architect? Well, you already know the answer to that. But anyway, here's my proof, and then I'll show you the logo that goes along with El Umanete, and then I'll show you something inside the logo itself that will put the final stamp on this thing. Let's take a look at this. On the inside of this logo, you see the eye? You see how you would have the pupil, then you got the iris that goes around the outside? You see how it's broken right there? That's because that happens at a certain time of the year when the sun hits Saturn in a certain way. It creates a break on the other side of, it creates a shadow that it makes it appear that the ring is not complete around it. And when you look at this picture, you'll see why. It's interesting when we look at this picture of Saturn with the red and the blue, which I keep telling you guys, that's goes back to Saturn, its time and space and all of that stuff. But just get away from it. Just go with the color scheme. It's interesting that this picture of Saturn is more than likely the reason for this logo, which is the Chicago Cubs. Certainly you can see the relativity in it. It's because this thing encompasses the whole world. There's no way to get around it. Every secret society in the world knows what this is. Every leader of the world is under its power. That's why there's a big black cube in the United Nations prayer room. Because the whole world is under the rule of Saturn. That's why it's so easy to go through anything and pick this stuff out. Any of you guys can go through this and pick this stuff out. It's everywhere. It's because it's what encompasses the whole world. It is the whole world. That's why it's in the UN prayer room. That's why it's in the churches. That's why it's in the color schemes. That's why it's stamped on every logo and everything down to the stitching in your clothing. It's because it's all old world belief. It's Saturn.